So, the previous video got cut, so I'm continuing it because there were some final words that I wanted to share with you. This is a former friend also. So celebrating years together or simply being a couple. I really love seeing people that I know that are happy. This is also super inspirational, seeing people that succeed in life and that are super happy. I'm really, really, really happy whenever this appears on my feed as well, particularly if they are former students. I love seeing my former students doing well and achieving success. So let's continue seeing just a few more examples of what I am following and what you can find. I follow many accounts. I follow more than 6,000 accounts. Of course, not that number of accounts follow me. I couldn't care less. But the accounts that follow are always about culture, psychology, literature, humor, women empowerment, my friends, of course, theater, I don't know if I already said that, music as well, singers, musicians, everything related to the arts, to knowledge, to philosophy, to education, of course. But it's curious because in my free time I don't follow so much info about education. I need the rest. So I try to get in contact with other kinds of fields of knowledge, of materials. So, cuando escribes libros sobre el trabajo de la clase trabajadora, pero nunca trabajaste en tu vida. Okay, so a meme about Karl Marx. Then we have more videos about very nice psychologist, this woman talking about men in this case, and advice about a relationship with men. And this is super important for young women in social networks to be accessible to this kind of advice. And you can see as well, as I said before, not only the message but also all the work invested in this image, the self-image of this young woman, and also the logo she created, and also all the video edition. This is something that you can also learn a lot from and get a lot of message from that, and a lot of input that also is super inspirational. It's a form of art as well. Marketing online is a form of art. And this is super memes. He's a grown man. Well, seeing pictures of cats, videos of cats always give you dopamine, right? Super cute. So you can see how I'm laughing. So this means that my account is giving me good chemicals in the brain, good dopamine, releasing stress. Then another suggestion: the universe calling. When the student is ready, the teacher appears. When the student is truly ready, the teacher disappears. I absolutely agree. I generally do that with my former students. Some of them stay in contact, but most of them it's like bye-bye forever. And it's like good luck in your journey, best luck in your journey. But yes, if you are really a good teacher, at some point the student forgets about you. And I'm always happy when this happens to me, right? Because that's my point, that's my purpose, that people do not stay dependent on me. Of course, I am always open to collaborations, but this is another issue. The issue is that people are capable of flying on their own. You know what I mean? Well, I know that what I teach is not that important, that relevant, but I teach some resourcefulness and some skills, and I am always glad to believe that my students have acquired those skills and they don't require more tuition anymore, or know where to find more info about those skills, this knowledge, in other sources that are better than me, or more high rank, or from other sources, basically. So that's it. So, thread suggestion. Las ganas que me dan a veces para preguntarle a mi ex. Then we have this young boy, 22 or 23, shares a lot of memes, and also I think that also poetry. Aparte de hablar solo, me doy consejos malísimos. I can absolutely relate. So as you can see, also messages from other social networks, Twitter, etc., Bandidosgram. No hay amigos alrededor cuando ya no estás bebiendo y de fiesta. Unfortunately, this happens a lot, but fortunately it doesn't happen to me. I never drink one single drop of alcohol, and I don't do party much. I party online. Online, yes, I do party a lot of online. So, well, memes. Silmarillion fans, I follow many accounts about Lord of the Rings, Harry Potter, and Eragon, this sort of fantastic stuff. I love it. Everyone tells a story of the broken toe. Me, did you know Lord of the Rings was directed by a Hobbit? But you know that I love the franchise of the movies that were created based on the books, because they are pieces of art in themselves. They are a whole universe, the movies, everything that happened while the movies were being recorded. It's like you have the book on one hand and then the movies on the other, and they are two different pieces of art, two different forms of artistic creation and artistic experience and interaction among the humans involved. And it's super beautiful to see how one writer one day was bored of grading students and started to write The Hobbit, and this evolved into this beautiful universe involving so many people, cinema, pop culture. So this is also super inspirational, and you can also see that in social networks, right? Peter Jackson and so forth. And then we have Cabronazzi, esta chica se va sola de viaje, esto es lo que ocurre. Well, I guess this is something I not really that interested in showing that content. So, Lord of the Rings meme lord, Sam, Lord of the Rings community, Frodo was just a hobbit with a pure heart. I had to carry the one ring made Sauron himself all the way through the Shire to Mordor, only getting corrupted in the end of his journey. But it's true, the real hero in Lord of the Rings is, and it will always be, Sam, in the same sense that one of the most important heroes for me, the most important and the most real hero in Harry Potter is Neville. So yes, you can find memes and so forth. And when you are full of love, it confuses people who are full of shit. Yes. I absolutely can and do relate to this meme. So you can see also, you find other people that are writing things that relate to you. You feel familiar, right? You feel that like I could have written that myself. So this is also a form of connection, of not feeling alone, to feel that other people are thinking and acting like you do. So it's another way to stay connected to humanity. The Mental Mastery Alliance, well, it's a group. Then more people giving coaching, relationship advice, psychological advice. You see this very young man, and also I love his appearance. I love how these Instagrammers take a lot of care of their appearance to do marketing, because I always inspired on their appearance as well, because I've always struggled with my own appearance. So I learned a lot from them as well, not only from their messages, but also from the setting and from the clothes they wear, and from the appearance basically. And more memes. Hope you enjoy this star that looks like he's wearing a bear costume. Super cute. So you can see more dopamine, laughter, super cute pictures. Yo después de ver cómo defendía a alguien que al final sí terminó siendo lo que decían. Well, this always happens to me, but I don't care. I defend people anyway. I always trust that people deep down are always good, have a good soul. But of course, if they make me be involved in any kind of trouble, I do Houdini and disappear. As Dua Lipa says, I go Houdini, I disappear. I'm not going to be involved in problems. And this is a person that I met, a therapist, an energy therapist that I met when I was in Mallorca, and he's talking about radiesthesia, and I love seeing his work still nowadays. Right? He really helped me at some point. I was the kind of girl that went to this kind of therapies. I don't do anymore. My therapy right now is literature and music and photography and art, but I used to go to a lot of these workshops and energy things, and I have tons of books. They really helped me a lot. I still can teach a lot about that. I should do. So super inspirational, and again I get the inspiration from the video edition, right? The setting. My man has a very nice house in Mallorca. So this is also beautiful to see and to analyze, beautiful to see. Ese manejo espiritual, permitir que todos tengan acceso a ti. Oops, that hit hard. Well, you know, at first everybody has free polite access to me, and if there is a connection, there is a deepening of that access to me. And if they are full of shit, that access to me is like, oops, wrong password. The user changed their password. And there I was when I go coding. So, well, basically, I don't follow this advice, but I sort of know how to relate to what it says. More info about narcissists, super important, because there's a lot of people nowadays that are narcissists. But you know, social networks teach you to be empathetic, because they teach you to analyze pictures, to feel the emotions in the pictures. They teach you to feel connected to humanity, to really care about the people you follow. I have been following friends, particularly on Facebook, for many years. I know them better than their own family, just by the stuff that they share, the emotions they go through, their life struggles. So yes, social networks can teach a person that is emotionally literate to be more empathetic. So this is something that I always underline as well. Then we have suficiente prueba de que no estaba ebrio. What the fuck is this? Sorry. Love this stuff, love crazy people, love creative people, and love Asian people, because they don't care so much as we in the West to make a fool of ourselves, and they are more playful, and I absolutely love that. More psychological advice. Codependency will have you convinced that wasting the best years of your life on your family's endless dysfunction is the highest virtue. Well, I do relate. Okay, not, for example, codependency, but some religious ideas I was imposed to follow in my past were about this kind of issue of highest virtues and sacrifice and self-sacrifice as the ultimate form of love. And posts like this make me reflect about my past, so it is also healing in that sense, okay? And also it helps me also relate the ideas that I was imposed to regards religion in my past with a psychological concept that is codependency. So this is also getting knowledge and culture from a meme, right? Then more beautiful video edition. It's not love, again, about abuse. And look at the beautiful edition. Look at the beautiful text and this image of this hand in the river. Rivers are super cold. That man surely was feeling super cold. So, love it. Simply messages. Hay personas que cuando las cosas se ponen difíciles, en lugar de soltarte, te agarran más fuerte. Esas son las personas que debes mantener en tu vida. Of course, I agree, provided that these people are not the ones that put you in the problem for the start. Provided that, I agree. But you know, this is also cognition. This is also, okay, I read something and I analyze something, and I partially agree to something. So this is also a cognitive skill, right? And it has to do with your background knowledge, with your experience. So, well, you can see that. You can see to what an extent you can learn from a few Instagram accounts, right? And you can really grow a lot. You can develop a lot as a person. So that's my message today. in these two videos, my message is that internet addiction can become one of the highest blessings and privileges of the 21st technological century. Sorry, that was wrong, but you get me. And give you tons of dopamine, help you grow as a person, help you get more interested in other topics, cultural topics, artistic topics, make you feel connected to the beautiful aspects of the world, of people. So it has this aspect that is absolutely nurturing, positive, beautiful, gorgeous, and it's free. It's free. You only need an internet connection and a mobile phone and a little bit of experience looking at people and contacting through empathy, through an emotional connection with that people. And the more you analyze, the deeper you analyze. Okay, good. Autism in women and girls. I have a degree in not a degree, some degree in neurodivergence, so I'm always interested in this stuff. And I really love these videos as well that are also dramatizations of messages with symbolism. Look at the beautiful work this girl has carried out with this message, this dramatization, right? So this is also a beautiful way to provide your own artistic experience, right? And I love that. And humor, songs from the past. Who doesn't remember this song? Well, it's difficult for me even to finish this video because I'm scrolling through my Insta and I'm enjoying so much that it's difficult for me. This is what's this name? The child of Will Smith, and also good musician, and also what's this one? So this post made me remember music from the past, music videos from the past. This is also a form of cognition. This is Linkin Park. Oh my gosh, it's been years since I don't listen to Linkin Park. So you see, it's a way to develop your brain because it puts you in contact with so many things and even with some memories. And I am absolutely certain that my brain is totally lit up right now, processing all the information and reacting to that information and interacting to that information and in a positive, nurturing manner. And the more you do, the more skills you develop. And I don't know about this group, for example, so later on I will find it and listen and discover a new group that I didn't know. So also getting new culture. Don't know about this man either, this young man. And about this one, also not looking familiar. Oh my gosh, I don't recognize anything from this. So this is something that I'm interested in doing more research about. So stop trying to please people who already don't like you and embrace the joy of being the most annoying person they've ever met. I am going to even capture this and post it in my blog because that's my specialty, to become super annoying to people who don't like me. I love that. At least they laugh and I laugh as well. So this is a way to turn the experience into something positive. So yeah, imagine the things that you can do and the interactions that you can have with other people. And having a number of followers doesn't matter at all. Getting likes doesn't matter at all. You create good content, your people find you. Your people follow you. If you interact with the right people, these people respond and interact to you, with you. So it's super nurturing, it's super beautiful, and there is always that daily adventure to know who is going to contact me today. For example, yesterday Chantal contacted me, was a great friend from Facebook, and also Carrie contacted me, who's a super good friend I also have on Facebook. And then I got 2 likes or 3 likes or whatever, and a few comments from few Insta posts. And every day is like, who is going to contact me, who's going to need me, who am I going to comment on. It's human interaction. Who says that online friends are not real friends? Has absolutely no clue, because you are in contact with the soul of the person, with the emotion of the person. They feel safe and they put it online. I also do that. But what kind of interaction are you going to have with your neighbor? Hi, good morning, how are you? Yeah, today it's very cold. Haha. That's good. And then you're going online and it's like, hey, today I had a very bad day. Please send prayers, or please, I have this problem. Can you give me some advice? What the fuck? This is much deeper. This is much deeper soul contact. So I always think that online friendships are much more authentic than real life friendships. But this is, of course, controversial opinion. But it's my experience, and everybody has a different way to relate to people. Some other people are more into joining and going to a place, to a bar, to dance, or to play role games, or to do sports together. And this is another way of relationship. That's good. But for many people in the 21st century, this online contact is also super important, and it's authentic. Nobody can say that the people you meet online are not real. Of course, there are scammers. Of course, there are scammers, but scammers generally are super easy to recognize. They're extremely easy to recognize. They are super fun to interact with at first, to play a little bit with. And apart from that, they are very simple. It's not deep. And it always leaves you wondering what is really going on with the person behind that account, right? Is he or she in poverty? You can even learn from scammers online, right? So it's just a question of opening your mind to learn from everything that goes to you through your phone and through your life experience. And for young people that are really insecure about their relationships, or that have been mobbed or bullied at school, and are insecure about relating other people, I always say, try first online with the right accounts. Try first online with the right people, and then it will help you open up to real life connections as well, to regain your confidence. It's also a form of therapy in the sense to learn again to expose yourself to others, and to look at others, and to connect with others, and then you will be ready to try again with real life people, right? Because many people are right now very isolated. And of course, there is cybercrime. There are people that are getting mobbed or stalked or harassed online. Well, online you have the beautiful option that nobody has in real life, which is block and delete or report, right? And everything that happens online has a written account generally. So if you have to go to the police, you have your written account. But in person, it is much more difficult to block somebody or to have a good account of what that person is doing to you. So yes, I believe that even in spite of cybercrime and cyberbullying, online connections are easier to control than real life connections, right? It's much easier in real life to be in problem, to end up in trouble, or you go here or there and then you get a nasty surprise. Online, if you don't like something, you just put your phone away. You understand what I mean? So please don't believe that if your child is too hooked to relationships online, he or she is dysfunctional. No, maybe he simply feels safer, she simply feels safer, and later on will be more ready to open up also in the safest environments that he or she can find in real life with real social contact. So, well, that's it. So, more information about narcissists. This is a channeler of messages from Arthurian planets. I also love this stuff. I find it fascinating. Channelers, I know, more memes. We had this beautiful young woman also doing coaching or spiritual advice. Again, this great teacher making fun of badly written English. Super fun. And look at his faces. I can't love him more. I can't love him more because he's super expressive and he's a university professor and he's a total clown like me, so I absolutely in love with him. And look at the kitty. And now I am truly in love with him, with the kitty. So you see, and young people giving advice, I also love that. People in their 20s that are already wise enough to give advice to others. I absolutely love that. It gives me so much hope for the next generations. So imagine the dopamine I'm feeling. And this, I am super glad that this happened. This young boy is an indigenous, and I have been following him for a long time, and he makes jokes and humor about the stereotypes related to indigenous people, to Native American folk, right? And I actually bought his t-shirt, not the indigenously indigenous, because that's only for the indigenous people, but the deadly relative ones that are for the non-indigenous people supporting the indigenous communities. And it's a super good, and the videos are extremely amazing, so funny, right, about the stereotypes related to being an Indian, right, to being well, not an Indian, sorry, please excuse me, you know my language, a Native American, right, an indigenous, actually it's an indigenous. And I have learned a lot. I follow many accounts from these communities and powwows and people dressing up and people teaching about social events and tragedies that have happened to the communities and abuse that they have endured by the white people and colonization. So I learned a lot as well from Insta about these communities, about Black communities, about LGBTQA, whatever, communities as well. No one has a P, but I have several gender fluid people here that I'm following that are super stylish. I love how they do their makeup. I love how they dress, and I love their confidence, and I love their positivity, and I love their message, and I love their struggles, and I love everything about them. So this is one of the accounts that I like to follow, so following. And it's an open door to everything. Oh my gosh, it's an open door to everything. It's opening your mind to everything through the senses of sight and of course listening, you know, and hearing, right? So you just need that, right? A phone, internet connection, hearing, your eyesight, knowing a little bit of English, knowing a little bit of Spanish. You are into other languages, that's good as well, right? Of course, but you know English, it's a global language, you know Spanish is the second most important global language. So you are in contact with many more accounts and many more messages and many more people that speak these languages as a foreign language. It's also inspirational to get in contact with, right? And you get this open door to the whole fucking universe, which is orgasm. It's very nice because it's always the universe in your hand, on the phone. So imagine that, right? Imagine that. Imagine having this possibility and using it right. It's a complete skill in itself, right? And it's a super pleasure in itself. I tell you, I'm addicted to social networks. I am addicted to my Facebook, where my people are. I'm addicted to Insta, where a lot of beautiful people are. I'm addicted to my blog, where my craziness is. But do I consider myself to have a problem? Absolutely not, because I'm super happy. So, of course, I have my days. Some days I am super scared and anxious, but in general, I'm super happy with my stuff. So is that right? I don't need pills. I don't drink alcohol. I don't do drugs. Never try drugs. So I pay my bills. I take care of my mom. I cook. I clean. I work. So I don't think I'm doing so badly, you know. So this is my addiction. My addiction is people. My addiction is beautiful souls. And here it's an open door to the beautiful souls of the people that exist in the planet right now. So yeah, that's basically my message, to consider social networks as a very positive thing. Of course, there are different social networks. On Threads, you can find more people more focused on your field of action. In my Threads, I am trying to connect with writers, but particularly poets and photographers, but it's more focused. Then you have Facebook. In your Facebook, I particularly have my lifelong friends, right? My friends, and I know none of them in real. They are all around the world, basically on the USA and in other places of the world, and I love them to bits. They love me to bits. So it's another social network to consider. Instagram, an open door to audiovisual messages and audiovisual artistic creation. There are other social networks that I only partially like. For example, Twitter. On Twitter, there is, X. There is too much hate. On Twitter, there is too much hate, and I don't get so much dopamine. I get more cortisol from Twitter. Of course, there are memes as well. There are good accounts to follow on Twitter, but in general, I find it too stressing. I only use Twitter to get informed about the latest news. For example, when COVID appeared, I obsessively looked at the recent news about COVID because I am super obsessive. So choose your social network and teach your children, teach yourself if you have a problem, to use it right, to turn it into your best friend, right? To turn it into a tool that will help you feel connected when you are alone, right? And believe me, it's going to change your lives, because it's going to change your brain chemistry, your cognition, your knowledge, right? And even your behavior, your outlook of life, your openness to other people. So there's only benefits, right? So, well, I told too much, and finishing this video, I hope that you enjoyed my message, that you found it positive, and keep on reading my blog, and please leave some message, okay? Okay, good. Thank you for watching. I'm wishing you the very best in life. Stay happy, stay shining, keep on shining, keep on vibing high, good vibrations. Thank you, and bye-bye.